Hey, what's up? I'm Diamond. Welcome back to the best and the brightest and nicest and the finest channel on YouTube, Diamond Star. Today I am bringing you a video all about the coronavirus and how it has impacted my time in the UK and specifically my time in London. But before I get into the video, please make sure you like this video if you like the video. Also make sure that you subscribe and comment down below any video suggestions and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I have new videos. But for now, let's move into the video. So if you do not already know, I am back home in North Carolina. I'm looking at my phone for my notes. So I left the UK on March the 14th. And I got back home on March the 14th within that same day because there's a 6-hour or 5-hour time difference. I've been home for a few days now. I have been quarantining myself because I just want to make sure that I ain't spreading nothing. I know for a fact I ain't got nothing because I already done prayed. Thank you, Jesus. But I'd rather be safe than sorry, so I'm staying to myself. And I like to say thank you for everybody who has reached out to me and my parents, making sure that I'm okay and that I'll get back home safely. It just really showed me that people support me, people love me, people care about me, and I say thank you. First and foremost, the coronavirus wasn't as big of a deal as it is here in the US. So I did work with a PR agency when I was back in the UK, and we did look at the news a lot, and there would be front page on the newspaper. But really, other than that, I didn't really consume too much more UK news. When I got here, I noticed that was a very big difference. Everybody is so worried and everybody is so scared. I noticed the tough thing to do, and I know it's easier to say than to do, but I mean, we gotta continue to live our lives. Whether that's in quarantine or not, you gotta be happy and be at peace anywhere that we are in life. Early on in the semester, some of the other abroad programs that was in some other countries were canceled. So China was canceled, South Korea was canceled, I want to say Singapore was canceled. I had a friend in Italy who actually came to London, and she told me everything that was going on in Italy. It just seems so far away. I was sure that we wasn't going to get sent home. Even when I talked to my advisors, they were sure that we were not going to get sent home. So it was not something that I thought about every single day. It wasn't until Trump put the travel ban on Europe that our program was canceled. So a week before our program was canceled, nobody knew that we were going home. Actually, they told us for a fact that we were going to stay in London. We just could not travel outside of London. That was the only restriction we had. As students that are in Europe, that's away from our family and so far away from home, we were really like, okay, so what does that mean for us? Our school still had not reached out to us. All of the other abroad students that I knew that were in London, their school were pulling them out of London saying that you have to be home. So we finally get a text message saying that our program was canceled. Not only was our program canceled, but we had 3 days to leave. We got told on that Thursday that we had to come home and we had to be out by Monday. Later, that deadline was extended, but because of the travel ban, there had been a spike in ticket prices up to $9,000. I ain't have $9,000 to come back home, nor did I have $9,000 to stay because they canceled our housing as the last day we had to get out. I was really concerned about it. The university did not offer help for us to get home. We just had to look diligently, and we found a plane ticket that was not that bad. I left on a Saturday, but I wanted to stay to either Monday or Tuesday. I love London. It was like a time in my life that I would always remember. My parents was like, you need to come home immediately. I had a day to pack up everything. Somehow my stuff expanded. My stuff made it there in 4 suitcases, but it did not want to fit in 4 suitcases. So I had to throw away 6 trash bags worth of stuff. All of my stuff did not go to waste, but I personally could not take it with me. But I had to leave at 5 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. I was scared to go to sleep Friday night because I'm like my parents. I have to be at the airport at 6 hours ahead of time. If I'm not, I'm going to be late and I'm going to miss my flight, and there's nothing else I could do. Now, we lived through 6 flights of stairs. I scheduled my Uber and I had 6 minutes to get 4 big bags down the stairs. I finally get to the Uber, we finally get to the airport. He drops me off away from the airport, and I have to walk with all of my 4 bags to the airport door, to the check-in. So I'm trying to find where the check-in is because this airport is huge. Heathrow is a huge airport. I found where I needed to be. I found check-in. I bought my bag, my second bag, because there was one bag that I had that was free. The other bag that I had to pay for because those were the 2 bags that I was going to check. They asked me if I had a tag for my bag. I said no. I did not have a tag for my bag, and they said come with me. So as I went with them, they took me to the line and they said, you know, this is the regular check-in line. This is where you get checked at, and we'll go ahead and print you off your tag when you get up to the front. I get up to the front, they was like, oh, you didn't pay for your tag. Of course I did. I paid for it. And my card was not working. I tried to go on the app for my bank, but it was doing maintenance because here it was in the middle of the night. There it was in the morning. So I had no access to money. Both of my bags were overweight. And they said I was gonna have to pay essentially about $100 for each of my bags. I had a UK number, so I could not call my bank, the 24-hour hotline, so I could not call them for that. So they said both of my bags were overweight and it's gonna be about $100 each. All 4 of my bags, included the 2 I was gonna check and the 2 I was gonna take on the plane, were completely packed and I had nowhere to put anything. So I had to make difficult decisions and I had to figure out what I needed to throw away. I start taking out all this stuff. I go put one of my suitcases back on the scale and it gets heavier, even though I took stuff out of it. I just had it because I've already struggled enough with my bags. I started to break down and crying. The man who working the desk, he's like, I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna help you. I'm crying. I really don't have a way of paying for a second bag. I don't have a way of paying for overcharge because all that together is about $300. When he does something on the computer, he changed the weight of that first bag. So this bag has all my makeup in it. It has my shoes and hair products in it. So he sends that bag through, which, okay, we good. We got that one through, right? And then I weighed my second bag. He said, okay, this one's good. And I was like, okay, well, let's go ahead and send it back. He was like, but that'll be 65 pounds, which in translation is almost $100. He's just being so stern about this 65 pounds. And first of all, I'm like, I've already paid the 65 pounds. I paid it at the kiosk. So why do I have to repay it again? I'm crying. Like, I break down again. This time, I'm not holding nothing back because he already sent my makeup. He already sent like my shoes and hair product. He sent that through. Now, this particular bag has every last one of my clothes in it that I brought with me. It's not like I had the choice to leave it behind because it was my clothes. It was all of the clothes that I brought with me. And there's no way for me to contact my bank because my card was not working. I just cried. I cried. And then he was like, why don't you just try your card again because it did not go through the first time. Since I knew for a fact I had the money on my card to pay for the bag.
I'm sorry. You're filming in the only place I need to get back and forth from.
He assures me that the charge has not been taken from my card and I'm not paying twice. So I swipe my card again and it goes through. So I only had to pay for that one check bag and I did not have to pay any overweight fee. Both my bags are through. Yay. Wonderful. Great. But I still have all this stuff that I took out of my suitcases that I don't have anywhere to put. I was definitely that person walking around with a whole bunch of clothes on. I had like my water bottle like wrapped around my suitcase, 2 coats on with like 2 pairs of pants, shoes around my neck like, tied together by the shoelace. When I was going through TSA, first of all, it took me a long time because I had so much stuff and they wanted everything to be done a particular way. They needed me to take out all of my laptops and stuff like that. You know how deep into my stuff my laptop is? I had to take off everything, put everything back on. They said that I had metal on me, so they had to check me. After I done stayed in the line for about an hour, either you get out of line, go pour it out in the zinc and then get in the back of the line, or I can drink it right there. I had to drink almost a 2-liter bottle of water because they said they wouldn't take anything with water in it. So I had no option to just throw the whole bottle away. At this point, I'm trying to like gulp down water. There's people saying, why is she taking so long? Why is she taking so long? I had to do what I had to do. I spilled water all over my face and all over my clothes. I was a mess. I finally get to the scanner. They scanned me, got metal, they pat me down. So they let me through, and every 3 steps I have to stop because of how heavy the things that I was carrying was. It seemed like it took me almost 45 minutes just to get to a place to sit. My gate hadn't even shown up yet on the screen. So I'm just trying to find a place to sit. I'm trying to find some food. Nostalgically, I went to the same place I went to last time I was in the Heathrow airport. That's a funny story. I didn't have enough money to pay for that meal the first time I went, but I had a nice waiter who just let me slide. I was like, thank you. Yeah. So I sat in there, had some nice food until it was time for my gate to open up. Got on my plane and I was on my my way. When I landed in North Carolina, they put a ban on the UK. Not only did they put a ban on travel from the UK, including Europe and other countries, we had to fly into specific airports. The airport that I flew into was not one of those airports. But I was already in North Carolina. There was nothing I can do. Thankfully, that did not go into effect until Monday, which I'm so glad that I went ahead and left early, because had I had waited and I had to reroute my flight, it probably would have been a lot more expensive. All that to say, I made it home. I had an excellent time in London. I loved London. So, as I said before, my goal is 10,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this and you have not subscribed yet, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure that you hit the like button and comment down below any video suggestions that you have, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss another video. Lastly, for now, I'm Diamond Star, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah!